Okay, this is sweet bamboo. They stay green all winter if you have a mild winter. And nowadays we're getting so many mild winters that they're staying green, even though normally in East Lyme, Connecticut, we would not have that situation. They would just lose their foliage. These are some kind of flower plant, I don't know. I think Talia had planted something somehow, so I don't know the story of that. This is nice roses that I transplanted using cuttings from my parents' house. They're pretty when they are in bloom. Anyway, the sweet bamboo will grow shoots, and the shoots are edible. You may have had in Chinese food some bamboo. And these are called sweet bamboo because they are more ready to eat from the start. You don't have to go through as much with boiling or anything. You could just start eating them. This year it just made one shoot, which was huge, and it was going to be very impressive size, but Ben, unfortunately, decided to break it, and then now this is all that's left of it. So, I don't know what happened next year. I don't really get a lot of shoots. So, I can't say it's giving me a lot of food, but it looks nice. Okay, more of these, chives, gog chives, I forget. And then, these are all violets. So, I mean, I could be using them as greens. They're edible, but I don't know that they're so good that I want to put much effort into them. If there's a big world catastrophe where food was scarce, it would make them more appealing. They're not bad. They're okay. This is a beautyberry plant. I learned about beautyberry, at least I saw them in person when I was visiting my uncle and aunt in Maryland. So they make beautiful purple berries. They're recently purchased, so eventually I'll see them. Here's looks like a failed transplant of the black nightshade. And here's some black nightshade that was just growing. Maybe I'll try watering that some more. I didn't put enough effort. Maybe one time I watered it, so that's not the way to transplant things. So here I have two plum trees. The right one and the left one, I forget which is which, but one is called Superior Plum, the other is called, Bubblegum Plum, which is supposed to resemble the taste of bubblegum. They are, maybe I've had them a couple years, and no fruit yet. This one blooms, that one had maybe one flower. I'm thinking when they both have flowers, that's when I'll get them. And it's quite tall already. The other one's not as tall. Okay, this is called sand cherry. The fruits are okay. It's kind of okay and bland, and I don't know, they're nothing special, but maybe as a jam or something they'd be quite good. But between myself and my kids and my wife, I mean, somebody could want to eat them. The problem is we haven't received any in a few years because they suffer from I think it's a fungal illness, causes them to defoliate, and they lose flowers and they don't ultimately fruit. So I bought some antifungals. One of them is neem oil, a natural way to do it. Another's a copper-based one, which is still considered organic, but not ideal to put a lot of copper in any one area. But they look nice. As one of my neighbors said, it looks like an olive. He actually wondered if this is olive. Olive cannot actually grow in our area, so it couldn't have been olive, unless I maybe did extreme measures to keep it alive in the winter. But it has a nice olive plant look to it. Okay, this is one of the gooseberry plants. I've had some, when they're ripe, they're quite tasty. No pest issues so far. What else do we have? These are just for looks here. And here we go. My cacti. They do make fruits, which are okay. And you can eat the pads too, but of course you have to deal with making sure you don't have any prickers. You don't want to eat prickers. So I haven't done a lot with these with eating. I maybe had one decent fruit this year, but they are spreading, and maybe over time I will make out even better with them. This is my aronia bush, which I've had for a number of years, which came from a cutting, and that does give us a pretty good amount of aronia. Maybe this year it might have been a pint or more. Yeah, maybe, between a pint and a quart possibly. And it's only supposed to get bigger and give more. So I haven't had pest issues, no birds eating them or anything so far, so it should work out well. Here is my pair of pawpaw trees. And I've had these for, I don't know what it's been, 8 years or something, but no pawpaws yet. But I will one day. I believe I will one day get pawpaws. And those are, they have a sort of a tropical-ish flavor, a little banana-like, maybe a little mango-like. I don't know, you can look it up and see how people try to describe it. It's its own flavor too, of course. You can only do so well to describe something. Oh, it's sweet. Say that, I know it's sweet. I find them quite good. I just haven't had my own yet, but I will, I think. Okay, here's another gooseberry. And I think this is a clove currant, which is, they do make edible currants, but maybe the most attractive feature is the scent. It's supposed to be clove-like and very, like a lot of scent, so you can smell it without having to really walk up to the plant. Oh, and same here. There are a couple clove currant plants here. The tallest one is one of them. Alright, so that's... Oh, my flag is falling down. I'll have to fix that. Okay, so I think that's it.